Right then, we have just bought this BMW M4 as our latest project car. Well, replica. You're probably wondering why we bought a car that looks relatively finished to the naked eye when previous projects have either been completely standard or salvage, but there is a good reason why we have bought an M4 replica. And that's because we want to build this BMW 435D into an M4 killer. So, what's the plan? We're going to take this 435D X-Drive and we're going to increase the power further than we've ever done on the 35D engines before. Up to now, the most powerful N57 35D engine we've done was another 4 Series that did 475 horsepower. Other than changing the cam and the valve springs, engine-wise was pretty stock. Obviously we upgrade the turbo, intercooler and stuff like that you normally would. But with this one, we're going to be taking it to the next level. Putting some custom head studs in there, we're going to be doing some piston work, we're going to be porting the head, bigger front out intercooler, bigger turbos than we've fitted before. Ultimately, this has got to be over 500 horsepower, diesel only, and maybe with a nitrous kit, 600 plus. And we're hoping with that sort of power, the torque that these produce, well over 1,000 Newton meters, the X-Drive system, we should have more than enough, not just to beat a standard M4, but tuned M4s as well. So other than the engine, a couple of things that are still standard on this vehicle is a suspension. So we're going to be uprating the suspension to a Bilstein Club Sport kit, camber adjustable top mount, two-way adjustability on the strut itself, and then with all that power, we need to be able to stop. So the plan is to upgrade the standard 4-pot M performance brakes. I think we're going to go for maybe a 6-pot. That's not been confirmed yet. We might look at developing his own kit. We might see what kits are already on the market for that. So you've heard the plan. Let's take a closer look at the car that we've actually bought. So one of the first things you'll notice on this particular car is the paintwork. I believe it is Daytona Violet. Very nice colour, very similar to the Merlin Purple. Scott used to own an SQ5 in that colour, and that's still to this day one of my favourite colour cars that we've ever had project-wise. According to the previous owner, all these M parts are genuine, so we've got genuine bumpers, we've got M4 seats in there, full carbon pack inside, M4 wheels, not 100% they're genuine, I think they might be replicas. It has been done to a very high standard, this, by the way. Rear arches, they're wider, they've all been grafted in. The roof has a genuine M4 competition carbon roof, which is a very nice touch. Again, round the back, we've got genuine M4 boot lid, a lot of carbon fibre, carbon diffuser, M Performance exhaust tips. Again, based on the rest of the exhaust under there, not 100% sure they're genuine. We've got carbon side skirts on there, M4 mirrors, more carbon out up the front. Let's have a closer look inside. As mentioned, we've got a lot of carbon, centre console, dash, handbrake, little bits on the steering wheel. I think this has done 86,000 miles, something like that. And I believe it was about just over £14,000. So for everything this has had done to it, pretty good paint job. All the door sills and everything have been done. It's been done, like I said, to a really high standard. As far as replicas go, because I know it's quite a grey area in the automotive community, split decisions, bit Marmite. Some people like it, some people absolutely hate it. But I think in terms of the standard that this has been done previously, it's been done pretty well. We've already mentioned the engine, obviously being a 35D. This is the bi-turbo N57 engine, 313 horsepower standard. The power runs through the X-Drive system, so it's basically 4-wheel drive, plenty of grip. ZF 8-speed gearbox, really strong, really reliable gearbox. Did a little bit of digging into the weight of this versus a genuine M4. So this weighs 1,700 kilograms. The M4 weighs 1,691. So only 9 kilograms difference between a genuine M4 and this. So we've mentioned the power, but ultimately it's what this thing drives like on the road. It's been a while since we built a fast road car. I think the last one that comes to mind was probably the A5 that we did. I think it was about 507 horsepower with nitrous. We put a few clips up of that. We're going to be doing quite a few draggy runs with this. We want to be taking it to quarter mile, top speed events, stuff like that to obviously promote the business and what we can do with these engines. I think to set ourselves a goal, we want to be sub 7 seconds 100 to 200 kilometers an hour with this thing when it's all built, which I think is achievable. It's not something that we've done before, so it is going to be a learning process along the way, but ultimately I think we can get there. So you've seen the car, you've heard the plan. I think one of the first things that Dan wants to sort on this, being a fabricator, is this terrible exhaust. So let's get in the fab shop, sort that out. Ow. As you've just seen, we finally got the exhaust done. We were waiting a little longer than we originally anticipated for the tips to come back. They got sent off for ceramic coating in gloss. I think they look really good now. Full 3-inch system, managed to get rid of that scaff pipe monstrosity. Probably better with a standard system than what was on it. We'll put a clip in of what it sounds like before and after. The whistle you can hear is basically just a small turbo spooling. Not much you can really do with that. Maybe with a new turbo you get a little bit less whistle, but exhaust, like I said, is 3-inch all the way through now. You are going to get that noise, but it's a lot deeper sound. It sounds a lot better than it did before. Really happy with it. So we're now on to the next step. But if you want to see where we're going with this project, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one.